Okay, let's talk to Zev. Well, let's talk to my dog first. Doggy! I'm gonna turn the volume down on my end just a little bit. Music is so loud. Maybe, I bet you, let's see. Maybe I should turn the music volume down just a little. Okay. Back. Exit. Right. Hopefully that is not too soft. Again, let me know. While I am playing very far ahead, please let me know and I'll try to do what I can.
Your dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
See, I wanted my cheekbones to look like yours. I'm sure you're exaggerating.
Maybe so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
What do you think? Can't you just not smell him? Go ahead. Aw, come on, puppy.
Excellent. I will get my soaps, and the dog shall have his bath after supper.
Aw, puppy, it's okay. It's okay. You're gonna smell good. Haha, you're so cute. Pet. Aw, don't. You just got a bath. I want to see what you think about Zevran, puppy. But I want to talk to him until you tell me. Pet. Okay. Pet. Okay. Puppy, I want to know what you think about Zevran. Who is this? Is this a new guy? Who are you?
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy. Levy Dryden.
Levy.
Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
You know Duncan?
Oh, yes, for years. Considered him a friend, I did. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no
I don't know
more.
if I trust you.
A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
What promise
My family,
did he make?
well, past a bit checkered, to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden Commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders.
Wow.
So King Arlen banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
Wow. That's a bit
And then
drastic.
some. Not much is known about that time. After King Arlen died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
So what favor did you ask of
Ask for the
Duncan?
truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour.
Never heard of
Well,
Soldier's
no one's
Peak.
been to Soldier's Peak since Arlen's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back.
Wow.
So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour.
Whoa. Oh, is this a DLC? How will reclaim...
Soldier's Peak has strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost Warden history and perhaps a few old relics.
Okay.
No one knows what's up there now.
What do you need from me?
I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak. But the place, well, they say it's haunted.
I wouldn't be
And
surprised.
it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it at least?
Is it free or what? Okay, well, I will look into that for sure. But I can't trade with him. Okay. Let's talk to Zevran. Where is he? If my... Come on, doggy. Help me out. Help me out. Help me out. No. Oh, God. Oh, wait. Let's give him a bone. He's been... I think I can give him the bone, right? I assume that was for him. Oh, wait. Oh, yes. Okay. Nope. Wrong button. Wrong button. Wrong button everywhere. Okay, here we go. I don't know what that is. It's like drink or something? Silver chain, white runestone, stone dragon, chantry amulet. Ooh, I should give that to Liliana. A lamb bone. I could give any of these to him. Lamb bone. I guess it doesn't really matter because I think his approval's already as high as it can be. There's Win. Okay. Zevran.
Here I am.
Get to answer some questions.
This should be good. Go ahead.
What does it take to become an... Tell me a little bit about Antiva. Let's start there.
Oh, you wish to know about Antiva, do you? The only way to truly appreciate
I
it
do
would
hear
be to
it's
go
a fantastic place.
It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom. Or so the saying goes.
Is that how it actually is? Don't you want... Every place has assassins. You don't like Ferelden, or don't you want to go... You don't like Ferelden?
It is fine enough with its dogs and its mud. The people are spirited, even if they can't tell the difference between an assassin and a mere killer.
Indeed.
I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable?
I have... My mother... Ah, my mother was better than any gem.
You have me there, indeed. I, for one, can make no such claim, as I never laid eyes on the woman. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most.
Leather? This I have to hear.
I mean the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny
is that a
apartment
gift
near
I should
Antiva
give you?
City's leather-making
Okay.
district, in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in like crates. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home, more than anything else.
Okay. You sound like you've been away from home forever.
Oh, not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however,
Oh.
and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in a store window. Finest Antivan leather, perfect craftsmanship. But I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
Your home is still there.
True, and it's a comforting thought. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a beautiful grey warden? A woman who then spares my life. I could not.
Now you're flattering me.
I say you are beautiful because it is true. Should I not?
By all means.
I'm glad I am to hear it. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
He reminds me of a cat.
Here I am.
Here I am. Answer questions.
This should be good. Go ahead.
What does it take to become an assassin?
Well, the crows would have you believe that it is an involved process that takes years of training. The sort that tests both your resolve and your endurance. Survive that process and maybe, just maybe, you're good enough to start being considered one of them. But quite frankly, the truth is that all it requires is a desire to kill people for a living. It's surprising how well one can do in such a field.
Indeed. It doesn't take any special skill. Of course it does. It doesn't take any special skill?
I don't know about that. It's simply a slightly different skill set from your average killer, as I see it.
That's what I would assume.
An assassin simply specializes in striking from stealth.
Right.
And in maximizing that first attack to be as lethal as possible.
Well,
Debilitate your foe, either by
showing your
poison or by
ambush.
crippling their limbs, makes any follow-up combat you need to engage in that much simpler.
I see. That sounds like it could be
See?
useful.
Getting paid for the act is beside the point. An assassin is more a tactical choice than a lifestyle. Of course, the crows like to pretend that their abilities are trade secrets, shrouded in shadows and
I get the
wrapped in a
feeling
blanket of mystery.
Doesn't like the
So
crows.
let's just keep this between you and me, shall we?
Wow.
Here I am.
Can you teach others to be an assassin?
Oh, I certainly could, but I won't. I swore to the crows that the things they taught me were to remain a secret. And while, yes, they are already angry at me, I'd rather not push things, you see.
Very well.
If you are truly insistent, well, let me think about it. The crows are already angry at me,
Well,
yes?
okay.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
Here I am.
Can you answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Why did you want to leave
Well,
the crows?
now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin, after all, is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So, if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
You didn't choose. Well, he said he was bought. You didn't choose to join the crows?
To be truthful, I didn't even know the crows existed when I joined them. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die.
And that system works.
Of course. You compete against your fellow assassins, and those who survive are rightfully proud of it. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. Gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
Huh. What is it you fancy exactly?
I fancy many things. I fancy things that are beautiful, and things that are strong. I fancy things that are dangerous and exciting. Would you be offended if I said I fancy you?
Not at all.
This is good to know.
Oh my gosh!
As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from
What would you
Antiva,
do?
of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
I'm happy to have you
And
along.
here I am, happy to be had. Isn't it wonderful how things work out that way?
I'm hoping.
Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so. All right, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so.
Oh my gosh! Do you enjoy being an
And
assassin?
why not? There are many things to enjoy about being a crow in
Not
Antiva.
being a crow, being an
You are
assassin.
respected, you are feared. The authorities go out of their way to overlook your trespasses. Even the rewards are nothing to turn your nose up at. As for the killing part, well, some people simply need assassinating. Or do you disagree?
Oh, I agree. You're probably right. But you've never killed an innocent person?
Now there is an interesting word, innocent. How many men do you know who can claim to be truly innocent?
See, this is why I like assassins.
But if you're talking generalities, such as children and relatives and bystanders and such, never on purpose. But it happens. It's unfortunate, but death comes to us all. If not me, then some wasting disease, or a fall down the stairs, or at the hands of a darkspawn. It's all relative in the end.
That's a very practical attitude. Very practical attitude.
Death happens, as we like to say. And when I get paid for it, death happens more often.
Or sooner.
As far as enjoying the act of killing itself, why not? There is a certain artistry to the deed. The pleasure of sinking your blade into their flesh and knowing that their life is in your hands.
I know what you mean. I don't necessarily enjoy. It's not enjoying violence. It's the subtlety of like feeling almost like a god. I would think, like having life in your hands, you know, and like exactly how they die. Like if you're looking at it from an assassin's point of view, which is like that's why I say like, well, he's like an interesting term, innocent. You know, is any man innocent? That's why I like assassins, because they bring up questions that kind of question the normal routine of things, our normal, the way we accept if an innocent is like, you know, for generally when people say innocent in this scenario, it's like kids, people who aren't involved, you know, but the person who might not be involved might be like a slave trader, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, but are there good slave traders or are there bad ones? Like, you know, a good one is one that doesn't mistreat his slaves, but having slaves in the first place might be seen as a moral, like, you know, degradation of the man, you know, type thing. And so it's just interesting. It brings up questions that kind of make you go, oh, like, well, I mean, even if you don't necessarily agree with them, which you totally don't have to, and it's, you know, in some cases you probably shouldn't, but at least for the general moral upstanding citizen or whatever, but it's good to be able to question these things and see, like, to get more and more, like, what you believe in, see, like, the underpinning, like, the arbitrariness of words and language and ideas and morals, you know, and at least it makes you question it and not just, like, blindly accept, you know, like, you'll feel more solid in what you believe and what you know if you can answer some of these questions for yourself, or at least contemplate them, and your life isn't just a straight, you know, cardboard box, like, this is what I've been told type thing, you know. It's better to have thought deeply about these things. So I'm gonna say I know what you mean.
There are many things I did not enjoy about being a crow, of course. Having no choice, being treated as an expendable commodity, the rules, oh, so many rules. But simply being an assassin, I like it just fine. I will continue to do it if I can, even if I am not a crow.
Okay.
Honestly, could you picture me doing something else?
So that's the business he wants to set up. You can do whatever you like.
Whereas I am content merely doing what I happen to be good at. It's a talent that not many come by, honestly.
It's true.
I don't see why I need not pursue it. Of course, all these thoughts are moot.
He
Chances
came by
are
it,
still
honestly.
good that you and I will perish, eaten by darkspawn or slain by the crows at some point. Very gruesomely, I imagine. But it is pleasant enough to chat about. Come, let's move on while our boots still have some wear in them.
Yay. Okay, should we get, let's see if we have any gifts we can give him. I need to remember, oh wait, inventory, doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. I don't think I don't have anything leather. Oh, that's unfortunate. I have so many gifts. I didn't buy any of these too. I picked them up. I think that's gonna go to Morrigan, but I have a hint of it sort of in Inquisition that anyway, something to do with the grimoire is gonna have to be, or is going to be well useful with Morrigan somehow. I think, is that for Sten, maybe? I don't know. don't know who gets these, like the silver chain. Silver bracelet. You know, type thing. Steel bracers. Maybe... I think the tribal necklace might go to Morrigan as well. Alright, so I don't have a gift for him, I don't think. Okay.
Alright, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so.
Yeah. So tell me about your adventures.
My adventures? I'm hardly an old man just returned from across the ocean, am I? Should I shake my fist at nearby children while I talk about the good old days?
Yes, do it. You certainly talk like you've had adventures.
Falling down a flight of stairs is an adventure. Falling into someone's bed, also an adventure. I am assuming what you're looking for are professional anecdotes.
Anecdotes.
Let's see. My second mission ever for the Crows was a bit intriguing. I was sent to kill a mage who had been meddling in politics.
Meddling in politics.
How should I know? I got the impression it involved sex, but then I get that impression about most everything. Odd, really. As it turned out, the mage in question was quite a delightful young woman. Long, divine legs, as I recall. I caught her in a carriage on her way to escape to the provinces. After I killed her guard, she got down on her hands and knees and begged for her life. Rather aptly, I might add.
Woo.
So I joined her in the carriage for the night and left the next morning.
She didn't try to kill you?
Well, yes, twice, actually. Then she decided to try and use me instead. The woman had actually convinced me to speak to the Crows on her behalf. What can I say? I was young and foolish at the time. Then, as I was kissing her goodbye to return to Antiva City, she slipped on the threshold and fell backwards out of the carriage. Broke her neck. Shame, really, but at least it happened quickly.
Whoa. So you didn't actually kill her?
Not actually, no. I was a bit unimpressed by the development at first. Then I found out that she had told the driver to take her to Janellen instead. She had planned to lose me in the provinces. I would have looked very foolish to the Crows. As it was, my master was very impressed that I had done such a fine job of making it look like an accident. The circle of Magi was unaware of foul play, and everyone was happier all around.
Wow. These sorts of things happen
Like
often?
being spared by a benevolent Mark who then helps me escape from the Crows? Yes, it does
like
seem
me.
to happen now and again, doesn't it? It was after that when I learned that one needn't let a pretty face go to your head. Professionalism was key. That's my moral of the day, you see.
Okay. You are a terrible person. So you... So you never makes business a pleasure?
Well, there is you. But
What?
I'll point out that you did have to capture me and tie me up first. Every rule has its exception. Now that I've mentioned tying me up in that context, do you have extra rope about?
Oh! He got a thing, yes? Is that because, his approval went up high enough or something? Where does it go? Huh. Okay, where did his, so we're just into the fourth one from the right. Right, yeah. Okay. His picture is of a Dalish elf. That's the Dalish elf picture. The city elf picture is a little different, I think. So was he Dalish before this? Before being... But if he was bought, then... Was he born a slave? I'm not sure. Oh, so that's a... Oh, it's a permanent, like, stat... Oh, okay. 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 Okay, did we... Let's see.
I've a question,
Oh,
if I may.
for me, yes, yes. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve.
Oh, is this like you?
Yes?
Can we get a quest
and
from you?
I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity.
Oh, wow. You could go if you if this is after I ravished you. No, I'm not that type of person. I'm not just gonna say that. You could go if you wanted.
Could I? And what if I didn't wish to leave?
Oh, why wouldn't you go if you had the chance?
It is difficult to say. Is there no one that I might stay for?
Are you already like, I'd like that. It's pretty quick though, like, that's really quick, jeez. Inquisition, like, makes you work for it, you know? And so does Mass Effect.
So would I should think. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes?
Another, oh no, different skill, or same skill. I want to discuss something.
Oh, this should be good.
Yeah.
What would you like to discuss?
Whoa! 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 Whoa, never mind. Whoa. It's the same skill, right? Yep, okay. Okay. Wow. Who's that over there? Oh. Allied supply crates. What? Oh, are you from
The Circle
Mage's
of
Guild?
Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
They will work together?
The sincerity of your cause has drawn them together
Are you a
under
tranquil?
a common banner. It would not have happened otherwise.
Can't be quiet. You are a tranquil, aren't you?
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as
Do you need
there
anything?
are always areas to improve on, Grey Warden. The most useful for my talents are runes.
What about runes? OMG. Yes! Give all unassigned novice runes. But
Such a force has not been seen since the collapse of the Tevinter Imperium.
so I can't stick my stuff in there, like all my stuff. Let's see if I can find a. Can I? Doggy! No! You need to talk to people so I can know what for people. I can know people are good. That does seem really quick with Zevran. I mean, he does like, it doesn't seem like it would be really hard to get him to like sleep with you, but the fact that he's like, I want to stay with you after all this is done is a little bit quick, I think. But I think I'm gonna call it here on this one. So we did the inventory, we talked to Zevran, and we'll go talk to everybody else. It takes a long time to talk to everybody. I think once I've caught up on all the conversational stuff, then it'll be easier. Like it'll be less to talk about. But yeah, I haven't gotten everybody's backstories yet, which is taking a while. I do apologize about that. I'm not sure if I explicitly stated that, but I do feel like I was kind of playing the game wrong, and I apologize for that because I didn't realize you could go to the party camp without it being a triggered event. But anyway, I will see you all in the next one. Thank you.